Does anyone really care? I mean, really, truly? I'm going to start the video in a few seconds. I want to say hi to the people that are on the chat, the inner circle members, my super chatters, and then we'll get started in a couple of seconds. Hi, Bill. Hi, Jerome. Hi, Jody. Yes, for all those that have served our country and their families and all the people that loved them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, Craig, John, Randy, Hola, James, Dustin, Peter, Lisa Marie, Melody. Love you, love you, love you, love you. And hey, the seconds are up. We'll go ahead and get started. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And the title for today, does anyone really care? I mean, honestly, do they? And there you go. You got people that care right there, like Jody being a super chatter and Bill doing 6 months of of inner circle. You've seen the ICs next to people. We spend some private time together on on Thursday night. And so, getting back to the subject, there has been times in my life where this thought came to me. So, if it came to me that, does anyone really, really care? Does anyone care at all? Thank you so much, Melody. I love you guys so much. That money is going to go to our to orphans, 2,500 orphans, Jesus Way, um, and Matthew and Angel run that orphanage. Yeah, people do care, and not only do they really really care, of course, Mr. Rogers, I loved when he said that his mother always told him, in time when you're really in a funk, you know what I mean, where you just like, what who gives a rip, why should I even do this, why should it even think anything even matters. It doesn't seem like there's anybody out there that really truly cares, not only about others, but they don't care about themselves. They don't care about themselves. They don't give a rip about anything but them. And they're not interested in helping anybody or doing anything. And in the midst of that, like Mr. Rogers' mom said, look for the helpers. Look for the helpers. And so I wanted to share with each and every one of you, not that I plan to do this on what we observe as Veterans Day, but there's got to be a lot of people that have served this country that believes that the world just doesn't care. You know what I mean? And the reality of that is that sometimes, not sometimes, majority of the time, when we're in a funk and we sort of lost our mojo, or we're depressed, or we things are not going good in our life for whatever reason, people, I was going to say animals, uh they they um they go into like hibernation, they go into isolation, they go backwards in life. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you, Dustin. You guys are just amazing. And so, what we have a tendency of doing is we don't connect. And unfortunately, we have a tendency of what we think about the most comes to fruition. And so, since we believe that nobody cares and no one cares about me, so why should I care? Then we just attract more of that. I mean, the one thing that they've been talking about, the biggest problem with social media is any kind of social media platforms. It gives you a little more or a lot more of where your heart and your head is, right? So if all of a sudden you find yourself going, God, these wars that are happening all over the place, consistent wars, and children dying, and mothers dying, and it's like, golly, man, come on, all these things. And so what really really is crazy is that we immediately find out that, then guess what, then maybe you're watching too much negative news, or maybe you're all of a sudden got algorithms that are bringing you more negative stuff and more things that just seem like God, maybe I'd rather off be dead. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Ola. Thank you, Jerome. I love and appreciate you guys so much. I care. um, but in the midst of all this, when I've been in some really, really low places in my life, I mean, super low, I not only isolated myself, but there wasn't the internet then, but then I didn't reach out to anybody. See, not only did I isolate myself, but I just sat around and felt sorry for myself and kept getting in deeper and deeper depression because I didn't think that anyone even give a shit if I existed. Right. So, why is it that I'm always got to call people? Why don't they ever call me? You know what I mean? And we have a tendency of, regardless of where our mind is set, we can just make it worse and worse and worse, right? And I'm guilty of doing this. And so now the people that might care don't even know that you're going through something difficult. And then what we have a tendency of doing is now we go, listen, they don't give a shit about me. They don't care about me. No one really, really cares because you're waiting for them to reach out to you. And so I wouldn't learn some of the stuff that I'm going to tell you right now that I hope and pray you do, uh, if you really have this thought or really have this belief. Because, like Mr. Rogers, you look for the helpers. And so a lot of things in life are the opposite of the way that we think or the way that we believe, and don't get mad at me, the way that we're programmed. So we have a tendency when we're getting into that place where we don't believe that anybody cares or cares about me. What you got to do is the exact opposite. So, how you get people to care for you is you caring for others. How do you get people to love you is you love others. Everything you want in your life, if you do the very thing that you're looking for, it switches. So I remember someone telling me, a mentor telling me this. He goes, and it was when, believe it or not, I didn't have mentors when I was young. But when I got hurt on the job, and all of a sudden I had a doctor tell me, that I couldn't be a mechanic anymore. And now my income goes from about, 3,800 take home to now down to 900. And now, the banks are taking all my toys that I had heavily leveraged. And the reason that they were leveraged is because I didn't think the money was ever going to stop. So the more money I made, the more credit I got. The more credit I got, I put everything on credit. And all of a sudden, when the income flow stops, then all of a sudden now, I get my motorcycle taken, and I have all these nice little things that were taken away from me. Now I got a beat up used car, and I don't have a job. I don't have income. So I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I was enough. And that's when, I felt like I couldn't provide for my son. That's 41 now. I send him to go stay with his mother that abandoned him. And then, I have a conversation with Terry basically saying that she just should just find somebody else. I'm not worthy, and so then what I did is I, had her fly back to Montana while I'm in California. And I just keep making it worse for me. You know what I mean? The people that love me the most, I now make sure that they're not around me. And so during this time, it was great that my mentor reached out to me at that time, is Roger Penske. And he was like, Robert, you know what? Um, I'm going to be, down at the Children's Hospital. You know what I mean? Why don't you come down here and help me? And I'm like, I love spending time around him. He made me feel better. It made me feel good that he called. And so then I go down there, and what we're doing is where we look at children that are in a great attitude when it looks like they're not going to be on this planet very long. And now what you're doing is you're going there and you're giving away, toys, and then, you're giving balloons, bringing a balloon to, a child in a children's hospital. And not only is it choking me up, but man, how immediately you forget about you. How fast you forget about you. And so you see these smiles, on these children's faces, and they light up. And now they know that someone cares. And see, by doing that to other people, or going to a homeless shelter and serving the homeless, or doing anything, maybe at least go around your house and find things that you're no longer using and take them to Goodwill. What you have to do to really believe that others care is you gotta get around people that really care. People that are volunteering their effort, their money, their time, and their number one goal all day, every day is to show people that there's people out there that care. So the way that you find out is like, especially when you're in a business and you're trying to find people that want to be above average, they don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, struggling, doing as little as possible. All of a sudden you realize that people that are in survival mode, they just keep living paycheck to paycheck. No, they don't. It keeps getting a little worse. You know what I mean? So, I just heard a deal on the news that, in America, the Americans now have $1 trillion in credit card debt, the highest it's ever been. I know what it feels like to have debt. It's not fun. And so all of a sudden you're in this situation now where you're constantly looking at your situation instead of trying to find other people that you can care about. Because if you get around people that you can show that you care, it doesn't have to have anything to do with money. It just has to do with time. And then what happens is it changes the perspective not only in your mind but your heart and your spirit. And when you do that, you sort of go, "Oh my God, why am I complaining so much? Why am I always looking at the glass as half empty? Why am I always looking at the storm instead of the silver lining, or knowing that the sunshine's coming?" See, we all got to go through winter. It's just when you go through winter, like Jim Rohn says, the seasons, that when you're in your winter, what do you focus on? What do you focus on? So the crazy thing about what I'm sharing with you right now is how it multiplies on itself, right? So when you know things are bad, and then what you do is you really have sort of given up hope, and you're not inspired, you're not in the right energy, or you're not in the right frequency, then it always seems like it doesn't seem, because it is happening, that you just attract that. See, whether you believe in the law of attraction doesn't matter. It Whatever you think about the most, like the strangest secret of Napoleon, Earl Nightingale, whatever you think about the most, you attract. And so you don't even realize that you're in this funk, that you got your mojo. And so what you do is then you finally decide to, with a bad attitude, is you go out there and you start seeking for people. And what do you find? Other people that are just like you. So you find other people that have worse stories than you. You find people that are more desperate than you. You find people that are more broke than you and in worse situations. And your mind thought was, I was just looking to find people that I could help. And you didn't realize that it wasn't clear. See, so you're looking for people that need help, and you find all the people that need help, and they need help desperately. They're behind on their bills, their promises, they're behind everything. And they're in such a place of hopelessness that they can't see their way out. And so now what we're doing is we not only are not running at 100%, but now we're attracting everyone around us that are not doing it either. And you become who you hang around, and it just gets worse. So in this industry, or anything, for you to change, your thoughts and your heart, your spirit's got to change. The first thing you got to do is get around the people that are carers, the people that really give a rip, the people that are happy, the people that are making things happen in their life, and it's not based on their finances, it's not based on anything. It's just that they've figured out the quote unquote hack that what you're striving for, you got to find a way to give. And so, of course, when my mentor told me about this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World, that then brought me in that mindset of not only am I miracle and I'm unique, but I need to consistently go the extra mile. The people that get the most in this world are people that are not every day trying to figure out how to do just as little as possible. That you got to buy into this concept that I'm just going to give and give and give and give and give and give and give. And I'm not going to have expectations about people giving back. I'm just going to buy into this principle that if I go out there and really care and go out and try to do the best that I can for people and come from a place of gratitude and come from a place of appreciation, that I can turn this around. I can turn this around. And then all of a sudden you start getting plugged in to people that have turned their lives around. And so now their stories become inspiration to you. There's their thoughts of, hey, listen, I used to think all about me. Now I hardly ever think about me. And it's like, what are you talking about? And so now you see these people that just consistently get into a place of caring, giving, and sharing with others, and then all of a sudden their lives miraculously turn around. So if you ever find a success story, a person that's happy, fulfilled, a person that has to do with impact, you're going to see that the thing that they've done for a long time. And they've not only given to others and consistently go out there and try to inspire others, not with their information, maybe with their inspiration of being inspired by other people. I wouldn't have known about this book. But when I read the book and followed the instructions inside, it changed my focus. When my focus changed, my heart changed. And it's called renewing of your mind. It's not something you do one time, it's something that you do forever. I believe that Zig Ziglar said this, and he did. As he says, motivation is like taking a shower, inspiration is like taking a shower. You should probably do it every day. And it's like us consistently being in a mindset where it's like, I'm not going to take a shower today. I don't feel like going anywhere today. I'm just going to sit around and watch shows that are sort of depressing also. And it's like just recognizing and having an awareness that you can change, that you can focus and get what you want in life by giving it to others. And so I'm telling you that there's helpers there all around you. You're just not looking for them. And I think in this day and age, not think I know, it's easy to find groups of people on social media where everything that they're doing and everything that they're about, like Corky, Corky Santa, it's like you can create your own bubble. You can create your own little bubble where everyone's happy and everyone cares and everyone volunteers and everyone gives. You look at it, all the incredible people that donated. Liz, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I don't want to miss anybody. Ola, Jerome, Bill, Dustin. I mean, all these people, Melody, these are people that care. Jody, it's like these people care. You got to know that they're out there, believe that they're out there because they're out there. And so now all of a sudden you're around a group of people that care. We were on an inner circle call last night, or you'll see that someplace around here. And when we're all together in the inner circle, which by the way, congratulations to Anthony, baby boy. I was wrong. Matthew. So it's like all of a sudden you just get around a group of people that care. And so we all like meeting on Thursday night because we all care, right? And so if you're hanging around a group of people that are trying to make a difference or making a difference, not trying, uh, then that perpetuates as well. So just like a negative thing going backwards, a positive thing going upwards. So I love and appreciate you. Again, thank you for the service and the families of all the people that have served in the service, and all my people that contributed to orphans. I just love and appreciate you. And I'm telling you, whether you believe this or not only do other people care, but you in the right mindset care. And so, what I just want you to think about is, what if you didn't need anybody to care about you? Doesn't that sound weird? What if all you did was care about others? What if you only made a difference and an impact for others? Then you would find the people that you contribute to, they care a bunch about you. They appreciate you. Live time. They'll show their emotions and tell you how much they love and appreciate you. And if that doesn't light you up, then I'll light you up. So if I can do it, you can do it. I love and appreciate you. People do care, and you got to find the right mindset to find them. So love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to be happy and fulfilled and caring, let me be the first, because my mentors did that for me. Thank you, Kelly, very much. I love and appreciate you. Uh, to everyone that said something great in the chat, I'll see you on the next video tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific. Wow, that was pretty good. We're doing an Ask Me Anything. Thank you so much, Craig. Um, and you can come on there and ask me any question that you want. You can go to roberthollis.com/AMA and join, and we'll see you then. So have a great Friday. See you tomorrow, and love and appreciate you. Bye.